नमस्कार Sri Ramakrishna Kathamrita तव कथामृतं तप्तजीवनं कविभिरीडितं कल्मषापहं श्रवणमङ्गलं श्रीमदादतं भुवि गृह्णन्ति ये भूरिदा जनाः श्री रामकृष्ण कथामृतो प्रथम भाग षष्ठ खंडो तृतीय परिच्छेद and our reading of third chapter of the sixth section of the Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna in Bengali, the first volume, continues. The previous reading, Sri Ramakrishna had beautifully explained to Govinda and also to us. Govinda had asked me a question that why is Shama black complexion, Mother Shama? And Sri Ramakrishna had beautifully given an explanation, clearing his doubt that why Shama is black in color, black in complexion. And he had said, just like we look at the water in a pond from distance, the water is perceived to be dark in color. When we look far from distance at any pond, we find that water is dark colored. But as we go near that pond, near the lake, and take that water in our palms, the water has no color. Then he had given another example of the sky. You look up at the sky. Since it is so distant, we perceive it to be blue in color. But as you go up and up and up, sky has no color at all. And after this explanation, Thakur had given that wonderful teaching of that Jini Shama Tini Brahma, the one entity that we know as Shama, as the Divine Mother herself is Brahman. There is no difference. Jarui Roop, Tini Orup. The one who has form is also formless. And remember, just a few days back when we were reading from this sixth section, Sri Ramakrishna had told Sri M that believe in God with form also. The one which is formless again has the form. It is his will. He can take form. Jini Shogun, Tini Nirgun. The one which is with the qualities, Sagun, the moment God takes form, it also takes on all the qualities of Sattva, Rajas, Tamas. So that form which is with the qualities at the same time is also Tini Nirgun. The same entity is Satchidananda Brahma without any Sattva, Rajas, Tamas attached to it. Brahma Shakti, Shakti Brahma. Brahma is the primal power, and primal power is again the Brahman. Obhed, they are inseparable. You cannot separate Brahman and Shakti. Satchidanandamoye or Satchidanandamoyi, the one which is existence, knowledge, bliss, absolute, and the power behind existence, knowledge, bliss, absolute. While Brahman as a Nirakar is Satchidananda, the primal power, primal energy of the same Brahman is Satchidanandamoyi, the power behind existence, knowledge, bliss, absolute is she, the Divine Mother, the Universal Mother. Now that Sri Ramakrishna has given a free permission to the devotees, you ask anything, any doubts, and I will explain everything. He has told it at the start of this third chapter. So, Govinda has another question to ask from Sri Ramakrishna. Govinda Mukherjee asks, Jog Maya keno bole? He says, what is the meaning of Jogmaya? What is how do you describe Jogmaya? Then Sri Ramakrishna, as it is willing to clear all the doubts of his beloved children, always he is ready with the answer, and not only the answer but also the explanation, full explanation as to What is the meaning of Yog Maya? What is it? How do you describe Yog Maya? Sri Ramakrishna. Yog Maya অর্থাৎ পুরুষ প্রকৃতির যোগ. What is Yog Maya? Yog Maya is the union of the Purusha and the Prakriti, is the union of the Purusha element of the Brahman, of the Satchidananda, the male element, and the female element, the Prakriti, the creation. And now Sri Ramakrishna gives an example. Ja kichu dekho, shubui purush prakrutir jog. Whatever you see around, whatever you see in this creation, having taken birth in this creation, having got these tools to perceive the world, having got the senses to perceive the world, whatever you see is nothing but the union of Purusha and Prakriti. That is Yoga Maya. Shiv Kalir Murti. Now Sri Ramakrishna is giving the beautiful example to explain the intricate, happening of this union of Purusha and Prakriti. Sri Ramakrishna is explaining it by way of this example of Shiv Kalir Murti, the image of Shiva and Kali. শিবের উপর কালী দাঁড়িয়ে আছেন. Mother Kali is standing on the body of Lord Shiva, her husband. Lord Shiva is lying flat on the ground, and Mother Kali is standing on his chest. শিব শোভ হয়ে পড়ে আছেন. কালী শিবের দিকে চেয়ে আছেন. Lord Shiva is lying like a corpse on the ground, doing nothing, just still. And Ma Kali, standing on his chest, standing on his body, standing on his body lying flat on the ground, is looking in his direction, looking in the direction of her beloved husband. কালী শিবের দিকে চেয়ে আছেন. এই সমস্তই পুরুষ প্রকৃতির যোগ. All this thing that we see in the temple of Kali, Kali standing there on the body of Lord Shiva, Shiva just lying prostrate, lying flat like a corpse, and Ma Kali with all the love in her eyes looking at that body of her husband lying there on the ground and standing on his body. Sri Ramakrishna says, this entire thing is nothing but the union of Purusha and Prakriti, the union of the male aspect and the female aspect of that one entity which is called as Brahman. এই সমস্তই পুরুষ প্রকৃতির যোগ. পুরুষ নিষ্ক্রিয়, তাই শিব শোভ হয়ে আছেন. The male element is inactive. The male element of this duel is totally inactive, and therefore Shiva is represented as the corpse lying on the ground. That is the male element of this Nirguna Brahman, which has taken a form now as Lord Shiva and as Ma Kali. পুরুষের যোগে প্রকৃতি সমস্ত কাজ করেছেন. And only having united with this পুরুষ যোগে প্রকৃতি সমস্ত কাজ করেছেন. The creation, Ma Kali, manifesting as Prakriti, is fully active, is doing all the activities, whereas we perceive Shiva to be lying like a corpse, totally inactive. Srushti Sthiti Proloy Kurichen, this Mother Kali, the enchantress, our divine mother, she is so much active. She is engaged in this unending activity of creation, preservation, and destruction. Srushti Sthiti Proloy Kurichen. Now that is viewing Purusha and Prakriti from the angle of manifestation as Shiva and Kali. That is what Yogamaya is. That is how the creation has been brought out from the unmanifested Brahman. That is Yogamaya. And now Sri Ramakrishna gives another example. After quoting the example of Shiva and Shakti, Shiva and Kali, now Sri Ramakrishna says, Radha Krishna Yugul Murtir Omani. He says, when we talk of that particular image of the double deities of Radha and Krishna, that also has the same meaning. That also has the same yoga of Purusha and Prakriti, like Shiva and Kali. They are all, both Radha and Krishna, they are manifestations of each other, and that is Yogamaya. How Radha and Krishna are described, how Radha and Krishna are depicted, how their forms are explained. Now that Sri Ramakrishna is going to explain to us. Radha Krishna Yugol Murtir O Mane A. This is the same explanation of this the dual image, the image of Radha and Krishna. এই যোগের জন্য বঙ্কিম ভাব. Because of this union, because of this coming together of the Purusha and Prakriti in the form of Radha and Krishna, এই যোগের জন্য এই বঙ্কিম ভাব. Bonkim is bent. Radha is bent towards Krishna. Krishna is bent towards Radha. The Purusha is bent towards Prakriti. Prakriti is bent towards Purusha. They're all, bent towards each other. And that is the reason of the forms of Radha and Krishna bent towards each other. That is the yoga. That is the union of the Purusha Prakriti that Sri Ramakrishna is explaining now. সেই যোগ দেখার জন্যই শ্রীকৃষ্ণের নাকে মুক্তা, শ্রীমতীর নাকে নীল পাথর. To signify this union of Purusha and Prakriti, both they have taken each other's qualities. Sri Krishna, there is a diamond stud in his nose. Yes, that diamond, even now male entities are not supposed to have any kind of nose piercing and having rings and diamonds, nothing like that. But since it is a union of Purusha and Prakriti, Radha and Krishna, সেই যোগ দেখার জন্যই শ্রীকৃষ্ণের নাকে মুক্তা. Therefore, Sri Krishna is adorned with that diamond in his nose. Srimatir nake neel pathor. And Srimati is Radha. And Sri Radha, she is having that blue stone in her nose. Lustering diamond in Sri Krishna's nose and the blue stone in Radha's nose. That is because of the union of Purusha. They are complementing each other. Their qualities are getting complemented. Krishna's qualities in Radha, Radha's qualities in Sri Krishna, because they are all unified. They are in yoga. Srimatir Gaur Boron. The Radha has got a fair complexion. But what about Krishna? Srimatir Gor Boron Muktar Nyay Ujjwal. Sri Krishna has got a fair complexion of a bright pearl, shining pearl. That is Radha's complexion. But Sri Krishner Shama Borno. Tai Srimatir Til Pathor. Now, how they have complemented each other. Radha, she is fair complexioned. Therefore, the stud, the diamond in her nose is blue colored. Krishna is blue colored, but he has got a white stud, white pearl in his nose. They are both complementing, supplementing each other's qualities. What Krishna has, that Radha is adorning. What Radha has, that Krishna is adorning. It is not that Radha being white, she has a white pearl in her nose. No. She is fair complexion, so she has that dark colored diamond in her nose. Krishna is dark colored, so he has got that white pearl, white diamond, like the complexion of Srimati, like the complexion of Radha. Abar, Sri Krishna Pitu Boshan, O Srimati Nil Boshan Porichen. Even their dress that they are wearing, Sri Krishna always wears yellow colored clothes. That yellow color signifying the complexion, the bright fair complexion of Radha. But Radha is always wearing blue colored clothes. Blue colored clothes as the complexion of Sri Krishna. That is how they are matching each other's qualities. What Radha has, Krishna has. What Krishna has, Radha has. So that is how the yoga of Purusha and Prakriti is depicted in these two examples of the images of Shiva and Kali and the image of Krishna and Radha. Radha and Krishna. Both are complementing each other's characteristics. No one is without others' characteristics. Nobody is without others' qualities. They both have the same. If one is lacking in something, that is fulfilled in the different form by the other. Their complexions don't match. But Radha and Krishna, their complexions don't match. But they are complementing that what is not matching with something else. If not fair complexion, fine, Sri Krishna will have that white pearl, white diamond in his nose. If not dark complexion, Radha will have that dark blue diamond in her nose. If he doesn't have fair complexion, Krishna doesn't have fair complexion, but he is making up for that with his clothes, the pitambar, the yellow clothes. But Radha, she doesn't have dark complexion. She is making it for that dark complexion with that blue sari, with the blue clothes. And that's how they are complementing each other. And that is the Yogamaya. That is the Yogamaya union of Purusha and Prakriti. How beautifully Sri Ramakrishna has explained that what the meaning of yoga. The union of Purusha Prakriti as explained by the manifestation, as manifested in Shiva and Kali, as manifested in Radha and Krishna. Like in Shiva and Kali also, Shiva lying on the ground, Shiva is all white, smeared with ashes and all white. But Kali is Shama is dark in color. What he doesn't have, she takes. What she doesn't have, he takes. And he also takes what he doesn't have that belongs to her. She also takes what she doesn't have that belongs to him. And that is how the Purusha and Prakriti, they get merged. They become one. And we keep on wondering at this Yoga Maya. And the whole creation, the whole delusion starts with this yoga of Purusha Prakriti. That's how we start getting deluded by this Yoga Maya. That Maya comes into picture and we lose our real nature. We just fail to understand what is our real nature. We get into that delusion and we start seeing all these differences, which Sri Ramakrishna time and again says there is no difference. Obhed. Brahma Shakti dui obhed. So that is Yogamaya, and Sri Ramakrishna is further going to explain this particular, uh, the mechanism, this particular evolution of Maya, of Yogamaya, how it is explained. In our next reading, we will listen from Sri Ramakrishna that one who understands this is the real bhakta. One who understands what is this yoga maya, what is this yoga, why this intermixing of qualities of Purusha and Prakriti with each other. So that we will have it in our next reading. Till then, Om Namah Shri Bhagavate Ramakrishnaaya. Sri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu. Jai Sri Ramakrishna. Jai Thakur. Jai Ma. Jai Swamiji.